Ladies and gentlemen, update 98 Island Mystery is coming soon to Rise of Kingdoms. So today we're going to take a look at the patch notes to see what exactly is coming soon to the game. But first, what's going on, guys? Now, before we jump in, of course, as you guys know, I am a partner creator with Rise of Kingdoms, which means they support a few videos on the channel every single month, just like this one. So if you guys want more Rise of Kingdoms content, consider subscribing and dropping a thumbs up down below. All right, we plan to update the game to version 1.0.98 Island Mystery on 8/12. So that is in 1 week from today, and they start off by saying an exciting journey to Treasure Island will soon be upon us, but the real treasures are the events we've planned for you. But I thought it was the friends that we made along the way. What do you mean? Is this going to be a pirate themed update? I'm stoked about that. Breaking waves, complete 7 days of quests for great rewards, hoist your mainsail, collect points to earn rewards for you and your alliance members, island treasure, redeem all sorts of prizes, including a new city theme, protect the supplies. We have Triarch Trouble, 3 teams enter, 1 team leaves. Who will emerge as the hegemon of Greece? See the event calendars. Okay, cool. Brand new events are coming in hot. We have Dark Fortress Raid, rally your allies, attack the dark fortresses, and rack up rewards. Okay, so this is not going to be available for all kingdoms after the update, but it will be rolled out to all kingdoms eventually. And they've been talking about this event for a while. It's kind of the reverse of the Dark Legion, where they rally your city. I guess this is going to be just the opposite of that. Event optimization, Soroli Crisis, added the new shift skill and optimized the clean sweep skill to allow ranged troops to play a greater role. Yay, ranged players can finally play with us. Champions of Olympia optimization added the new engineering blessing and its associated skills, adjusted archer skills, and adjusted the values for certain infantry, cavalry, and mixed skills. Wow, so big changes coming for Champions of Olympia, but also more changes for engineering. So we're stoked to see that. This is a big complaint that I think a lot of ranged players have, is that if they went all in on ranged units as their sort of main troop type, they struggle with a lot of different events because it's hard to play in them. And so having this focus on them to kind of include them a little bit more is definitely good. Ark of Osiris optimization added a new Lost Kingdom buffs option for custom matches. As match admin, you can choose to grant all participants buffs from the past glory event, crystal tech buffs, neither or both. This is really cool for custom matches, because this is going to let you sort of test things out when it comes to like new commanders releases. For example, you can test what will this commander do when you have past glory buffs, crystal tech buffs, etc. And I think that's really cool. In the silver battlefield, governors who do not enter the battlefield or leave midway will be replaced by bots. Wow. If a governor later re-enters the battlefield, they will automatically replace a bot. Geez, that's crazy. Added a new interactive tutorial battlefield. You can play the tutorial first time you enter Ark of Osiris or through the events rules page. The tutorial will walk you through a simulated Ark of Osiris match, introducing you to the key game mechanics. That's actually really good. That's actually really good. I know that a lot of players have questions about Ark, and so just being able to be like, look, just do the practice match, and then you just drop in and you literally play it without having to risk losing for the first time, that is going to be a really big deal. So I like that a lot. Golden Kingdom optimization. Oh boy, let's hear it. When entering the Golden Kingdom, your troop lineup will default to your lineup from the last Golden Kingdom. Awesome, that's fantastic. Added the ability to skip battles. If you choose to skip, the battle will be simulated and will be shown the results and casualties of the battle. Your troop lineup can be adjusted outside of battle. Abandoned chests can now be claimed with a single tap. Oh, that's really good. Wow, okay, so those are all fantastic optimizations, to be honest with you. I'm really happy about that. It's going to make this just go a little bit faster, which is definitely the complaint that most people have with Golden Kingdom. Hunt for history optimization. In the archaeological dig event, you can now earn a fixed number of hammers by completing event or quests rather than finding them randomly. That's pretty good. Adjusted the layout of the hammer shop. You can now purchase hammers with gems and purchase the ample archaeology bundle via the hammer shop page. Okay, whatever. When reaching a new regular or occult treasure floor, the floor reward will default to the reward you selected for the previous regular. Okay, I don't know why this hasn't been the case. They make you pick every time. That's so funny. In addition, the smithy specials, Holy Knight's treasure, and hunt for history events now include a quick overview of the legendary equipment you currently have equipped. Oh, that's good. Season of Conquest optimization. King of all Britain story optimization. The process for selecting your camp's starting province has been removed. Camps will now be automatically assigned at a starting province based on matchmaking results. The Eve of the Crusade event for King of all Britain is now the same as other stories, with kingdoms earning buffs based on their event ranking. Unfortunately, I have not been able to play King of all Britain. I know this is KVK has been around for like what, like a year now, maybe, no, maybe a little less than a year, maybe like 9 or 10 months, but either way, I still have not been able to play this yet, so I don't know how this actually affects that KVK. You can let me know in the comment section below. The new crystal technology system will be pioneer tested in the Season of Conquest stories Warriors Unbound and King of All Britain. The Tides of War and Heroic Anthem stories will continue using the new crystal technology, so they are slowly ramping this out to more and more of the Season of Conquest stories, and this I think was the inevitable outcome. I think that everyone knew this would happen. They just tested it in 1 or 2 just to make sure that it was good. Once they confirmed people liked it, once they achieved their goal of getting people, you know, to not only like it but to still find value in it, then it was going to come to more KVK. So I think this is a good thing for sure. Other optimizations and new content. Battle report ratings have been optimized. For merged battle reports, your rating will be based on how many enemy kills you killed or severely wounded. Oh, interesting. So okay, so previously, and maybe I'm not understanding this correctly because it's 6:47 in the morning, okay, but the way that I'm understanding this is that previously the battle reports would show you a percentage, and that's what you would, you know, you would get like unstoppable and it would be like 800%, right? It looks like instead of it showing you the ratio of your kills, you're going to be seeing the just number of enemy units that you kill, which honestly I think is really good. I think that that is a good change because it's still going to feel really good to see a ridiculous amount of kills if you were able to get that many without immediately showing you the trade, right? Like if you get like, you know, if you send out your army and you're getting like over 100,000, you know, sev wounds or kills every single time that you're going out, you should feel pretty good about that. And then if you look a little bit closer, just to make sure that you didn't like get completely stomped out yourself, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's gonna, I think that this is good. We've talked at length on this channel about recently we've talked about this and how, you know, the sort of showing you the trade ratio right up front, it seems like a good thing on the front end, but it ends up being a downside in other sorts of battles that you go into. So seeing this change, maybe I'm not understanding this right. I think that's how this is going to be. Instead of a ratio, it's going to just show you total kills. I think there's still an opportunity here to make players feel good about this while not showing you the ratio, right? But you guys can let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this. Museum exhibits have been added for Harold Sigurdsson and Zenobia. This is, I mean, I mentioned months ago what the future of the museum would include, and if you guys watched that video, you knew that Harold and Zenobia were the next ones coming to the museum, so this should be a surprise to nobody that are regular viewers of the channel. Added external mouse and keyboard support for iPad and iPhone. If you're using an iPhone, you will need to enable assistive touch on your phone's accessibility settings. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy to see that. I know that for example, the iPad Pro already had the keyboard with the trackpad on it, so I guess there's probably already some built-in mouse support there because of that, but the iPhone is a little bit different. Either way, this is going to be really huge for players that want to use these things. I know people have requested this in the past. It's not super request, like not everybody is like begging for this, but like there's a small handful of people that would like to use this, so I'm happy to see that. Adjusted permissions for pre-planning Crusader flags can now be planned by the Alliance leader, counselor, and any officer with Alliance management privileges. Let's go. That's huge. Before there was only one person that I'm pretty sure it was just one person that could plan the flags. Now multiple people can do it, which is really good. Added an advanced daily special offer. After purchasing all daily special offer bundles in a day, you'll unlock a limited time special bundle with guaranteed sculptures for your chosen commander. Wow, interesting. Okay, this is actually really cool because as you guys know, this used to be $5 and now it's $3, so they've lowered the price. I wonder what the premium daily special offer is going to cost. Is it going to be $2 to make up that difference, or is it going to be some like exorbitant $10 bundle that's going to give you like 10 sculptures of that commander? I have no idea, but I don't necessarily hate this, to be honest with you. In fact, I think I like this, but I also think it's going to come down to what does it cost, right? Like if it's an additional $2 for 5 more sculptures, then I think that's actually a really good deal. But if it's a $20 bundle for, you know, 10 sculptures, then, you know, I'm not going to love that, right? So, but all in all, obviously the idea here is to help new players catch up to older players by spending just a little bit of money, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that anything that helps newer players catch up to older players, I think is a good thing, because that is good for the longevity and health of the game. And you know, if you could spend a couple extra dollars every day to get more and more of those commander sculptures, then you can quickly catch up to the meta and start to work more on your equipment and armaments, which is really where a lot of the grind is. So I think this is probably a good thing depending on the price of this and how many sculptures you actually get, but we'll have to wait and see for this to come into the game. The storage limit for passport pages in the weekly limit section of the Alliance shop has been adjusted to 75. Don't mind me just collecting these really quick. So this is the weekly limit here, and this currently says stock 4 out of 5. So are they talking about increasing this to 75 so you can stack this up to 75? Honestly, that would be really, really good. The only reason that I ever buy this is because it gets capped, right? And if it's sitting at cap week after week, then you're just losing out on free Alliance pages basically, right? Like that's what this is. These are free. I don't need these, so I'm not going to buy all of them all at once, right? Not that I don't have the currency to do that, but like I'm not planning on migrating. I don't need these, so all I do is just every week when it hits that cap, I just buy one so it resets the cap, because otherwise I'm just wasting these, right? So raising this cap to 75 would be fantastic, because then I don't have to touch this for another year, right? Like it'll be, I can just continue to stack this Alliance currency, which I mean truthfully I don't really have anything else to spend it on right now, but even still, like I think that's a really, really good thing for players that are, you know, in their same kingdom for a long period of time, but they don't want to miss out on those, and they might forget to buy those. So that's really good. To prevent calculation errors caused by excessive lag, the time that a troop exits combat will now be calculated using real time instead of ticks. Oh, okay, interesting. I wonder if this is a subtle nod towards some sort of abusive game mechanic, or if this is just actually something that they've been working on here. But either way, I wonder how that would work, right? Because let's say you are lagging like crazy, like okay, let's say if you're not hitting something for 5 seconds, right? Like I don't know the exact amount of time that they're going to use here, but let's say it's 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Like if you are lagging like crazy and you're fighting and then you start retreating and then you lag out 5 seconds, you know, you might not get control of your army back within 5 seconds. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know what exactly the strategy is here. Maybe this will relieve some of the lag. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm not like a coder or designer or whatever, but hopefully this is a good update. If you guys know anything about game design, game development or anything, maybe you can chime in with your 2 cents in the comments below and let us know what the cause and effect of this change is going to be. Is this good? Is this bad? I have no idea. But more importantly than commenting down below, we have the fill out the survey here to tell the devs what you think. Does this look like a good update, a bad update? Let them know right here, because this is the #1 way. This, I'm telling you guys, the developers do want to hear from you, as long as you're not cursing and angry. Okay, they really do want genuine feedback on these updates, and that includes, is this a good update? If you like this, tell them, right? Like that's important. If you don't like this, let them know what components of it you don't like and why. And you know, as long as you are civil in your feedback, they will value that feedback. Like they don't just ask you, this is not performative, okay? They actually go through this. And so really tell them your feedback here, any improvements that you think that they need to make to the game, put it in here. This is literally a direct line to the developers, okay? They do go through all this stuff. Even if you don't get a response, even if you don't think that they're seeing it, they are seeing it. If you want to make sure they see it, maybe put it in multiple feedbacks every single time this comes around. Maybe just save your feedback to a Google Doc or something like that and copy and paste it every time. But either way, give them genuine feedback on this specific update if you have it. Anyway guys, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, make sure you drop a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel a ton, and consider subscribing if you're new here. We're so close to 90,000 subscribers. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this update. What is your favorite part about this? Is there anything here that you really do not like? Let me know down below. And with that being said guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Omniarch. I will talk to you guys again soon. Peace.